If you sleep with your socks on, your soul can't sneak out at night.
Well, actually...
Tonight, you're going to do something extraordinary. You're going to lie down, close your eyes, and lose consciousness on purpose. You do it every single night without thinking about it. But what actually happens in the next 8 hours is the strangest thing your body will ever do. Your brain will become more active than it is right now. Your body will be paralyzed so completely you can't move a muscle. Your brain will physically wash itself with a fluid. You will hallucinate for roughly 2 hours, and you will remember almost none of it every night you shut down and come back, and you have never once watched it happen. So let's watch it happen. Most people think falling asleep is like switching off a light. The brain powers down, the lights go out, nothing happens until morning. Well, actually, it's almost the exact opposite. Sleep isn't your brain shutting off. It's your brain doing its most important work of the day, and it starts with a switch, a real one. Deep in your brain sits a cluster of cells called the ventrolateral preoptic nucleus. Neuroscientist Clifford Saper at Harvard spent years studying it. He found it works like a light switch with only 2 settings: fully awake or fully asleep. Nothing in between. When it flips, chemicals that kept you alert all day go silent all at once. Saper called it the flip-flop switch. It's why you can lie in bed for an hour, wide awake, and then suddenly you're gone. You never feel the exact moment. Nobody does. Because the part of your brain that would notice is the part being switched off, and the very first thing that happens as you cross over is that you fall. Not really. But your body thinks you do. As your muscles go limp, some part of your brain misreads it as a signal that you're dropping out of a tree. So it fires a panic jolt to catch you. Your leg kicks. Your whole body twitches. It's called a hypnic jerk. Around 70% of people feel it. Scientists think it's a leftover reflex from millions of years ago, when our ancestors slept in trees and falling meant death. Your body still braces for a fall that hasn't been possible for a very long time. Now you sink into stage 1. This is the border between awake and asleep. Your thoughts stop making sense. You see faces, colors, fragments that aren't there. This is called hypnagogia, and it's why you sometimes jolt awake certain you heard someone say your name. You didn't. Your brain was already starting to dream before you were fully under. Thomas Edison used this exact moment on purpose. He would nap in a chair holding steel balls over metal pans. The instant his muscles relaxed and he began to fall, the balls dropped. The clatter woke him, and he'd grab the strange half-ideas that only appear on the edge of sleep. Then stage 2 begins, and your brain does something bizarre. It fires a sudden burst of electrical activity called sleep spindles. In half a second, thousands of neurons fire in perfect sync. Researchers found these spindles are your brain locking the door. They quiet the outside world so a slammed cabinet or a passing car doesn't wake you. The more spindles you fire, the harder you are to wake up. Your brain also fires a burst called a K-complex, a single massive wave, the largest event a sleeping brain produces. Scientists think it scans the outside world, decides nothing is a threat, and shoves you deeper. This is where you spend about half of your entire night. But the real work hasn't started yet. Around 40 minutes in, you drop into stage 3. Deep sleep. Slow wave sleep. The busy electrical chatter of your brain slows into long, rolling waves. Millions of neurons going quiet, then loud, then quiet, all together, like a crowd breathing as one. This is the deepest you will go. If someone woke you now, you wouldn't know your own name for a moment. Your heart rate drops. Your temperature falls. Your body releases a surge of growth hormone and begins repairing muscle, bone, and tissue. This is why sleep heals you. This is why a sick body craves it. Your core temperature slides to the lowest point of your entire day, usually around 4 in the morning. Your body is cooling itself on purpose to hold you down in the deep. And then, in 2013, a scientist discovered something happening in deep sleep that nobody had ever seen before. Her name is Micah Nedergaard at the University of Rochester. She was studying the space between brain cells, and she found something extraordinary. While you're in deep sleep, your brain cells physically shrink. They pull in, opening up gaps between them. The space between your brain cells grows by more than 60%. And through those gaps, fluid begins to flow. Cerebrospinal fluid pumps through your brain in slow, rhythmic waves, washing it, rinsing it out. She named it the glymphatic system. All day while you think, your brain produces waste. One of those wastes is a protein called beta amyloid. It's the same protein that clumps together in the brains of people with Alzheimer's. And here's the part that should stop you cold. Your brain can only run this deep clean while you are asleep. Miss the sleep, and the waste stays. Every night you sleep, your brain is literally taking out the trash it cannot remove any other way. But your night is only half over. Because now, about 90 minutes in, everything reverses. Your brain, which had gone slow and quiet, suddenly roars back to life. The scans light up. Your brain is now as active as it is when you're awake. In some regions, more active. Your eyes begin darting back and forth behind closed lids. This is REM sleep. This is where you dream. In 1953, researchers at the University of Chicago noticed the sleeping subject's eyes moving and woke them up. Almost every time, the person had been in the middle of a vivid dream. They had found the doorway into the dreaming brain. But REM comes with a problem. If your brain is this active and you're dreaming that you're running, why don't you get up and run? Because your body won't let you. During REM, your brain sends a signal that paralyzes almost every muscle you have. It's called rematonia. You are, for about 2 hours a night, completely and totally paralyzed. It's a safety lock. It stops you from physically acting out your dreams and hurting yourself. But sometimes the timing slips. Sometimes you wake up before the paralysis lets go. Your mind is awake. Your body is not. You can't move. You can't speak. People call it sleep paralysis, and for centuries they blamed it on demons sitting on their chest. It's not a demon. It's just your dream lock taking a few seconds too long to release. And while all of this is happening, your brain is doing one more secret job. It's sorting your memories. Everything you experience today is being replayed by your hippocampus at high speed, and the pieces worth keeping get filed into long-term storage. The rest gets thrown away. This is why a night of sleep can make a problem feel solved by morning. Your brain literally reorganized it while you were gone. You didn't sleep on the problem. Your brain worked on it without you. So over one night, you cycle through all of this 4 or 5 times. Down into deep sleep, up into dreams, down and up, all night long. Your first dream tonight lasts only a few minutes. By morning, your final one can run a full hour. That's why the dreams you actually remember are almost always the last ones, right before you wake. Paralyzed, hallucinating, rinsed clean, rebuilt. And then your brain flips the switch back and hands you your consciousness like nothing ever happened. And if you ever try to skip all of this, your brain wouldn't let you. In 1964, a teenager named Randy Gardner stayed awake for 11 straight days. By the end, he was hallucinating, paranoid, unable to finish a sentence, his brain slipping into fragments of sleep while his eyes were still open. Go without sleep long enough, and your brain forces it on you anyway. It is not optional. It never was. But here's the strange part nobody talks about. You spend a third of your entire life doing this. 25 years, if you live to 75. 25 years, paralyzed in the dark, watching things that aren't real, and you've never once been awake to see it. The you that lies down tonight will dissolve completely. Consciousness switches off. The self goes quiet. And in the morning, a version of you switches back on and simply assumes it's the same person. You trust every single night that when you let go of being you, you'll get you back. So tonight, when you lie down and close your eyes, remember what's about to happen. A switch you can't feel will flip. Your body will fall and catch itself. Your brain will light up, lock your body, and rinse itself clean. You'll live an entire second life for 2 hours and forget almost all of it. It's the most complicated thing you'll do all day, and you'll do it without even trying.